All right, let's get right into it. Think of it this way. If your 20s were about just getting on the field and learning the rules, your 30s, well, that's when the game is actually played. This is the decade where the financial decisions you make have this massive, outsized impact on the rest of your life. So, what are the key moves you absolutely have to make? Let's dive in. And this right here, it really hits the nail on the head. In your 30s, your income is probably starting to climb, right? You're making huge life decisions, partners, buying a home, maybe even having kids. The foundation you build right now, it sets the entire trajectory for everything that comes next. It's a huge deal. Look, we call this your most important decade for a reason. The incredible power of compound interest still has decades to work its magic for you, and your ability to save and invest is probably higher than it's ever been before. This isn't about stressing you out, it's about showing you the incredible opportunity you have right in front of you. And of course, just a quick but really important note here. This is all for educational purposes. For advice that's tailored specifically to you and your situation, you should always talk to a licensed financial professional. Okay, before you even start thinking about investing or getting rich, you've got to play defense. Seriously, it's all about building a fortress around your finances so that one piece of bad luck, and trust me, it happens, doesn't completely derail your entire life plan. First up, the cornerstone of that fortress, your emergency fund. This is completely non-negotiable. It's your safety net. It's what catches you if you lose your job, get hit with a crazy medical bill, or your car suddenly dies. You need 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses parked in a separate, high-yield savings account where you can get to it fast. Don't even think about the next step until this one is done. The second part of your defense is insurance. Now, you probably have health and auto insurance. That's pretty standard. But the one people in their 30s miss all the time is disability insurance. Think about it. Your ability to earn an income is your single greatest asset, worth millions over your lifetime. What happens if you get sick or injured and you can't work? The Social Security Administration says about 1 in 4 of today's 20-year-olds will become disabled before they retire. This insurance replaces your paycheck. It's a lifesaver. And of course, if anyone depends on your income, term life insurance is an absolute must. Okay, with our defenses secure, the fortress is built, now it's time to switch to offense. This is the exciting part, you know? This is where we stop just protecting our money and we start making our money work for us. Now, the number one enemy of building wealth is high interest debt. I mean, just look at this. It's a mathematical impossibility to get ahead when you're paying 22% interest on a credit card while hoping to earn 7% in the stock market. You're trying to run up an escalator that's going down, but like way faster. So your very first offensive move is to wipe out any debt with an interest rate higher than about 7%, period. So once that nasty high-interest debt is gone, you follow this exact priority order for investing. It's the most tax-efficient way to do it. First, you contribute to your 401k at work just enough to get the full employer match. That's free money, a guaranteed 100% return on your investment. Next, if you can, you max out a health savings account, or HSA. It's this incredible account with a triple tax advantage. After that, you max out a Roth IRA for that beautiful tax-free growth in retirement. Only then do you go back and try to max out the rest of your 401k. And if you still have money left over, that's when you invest in a regular taxable brokerage account. Let's make this real for a second. If a 35-year-old maxes out their Roth IRA every single year, by the time they retire, they could have something like $660,000, assuming average market returns. And get this, every single penny of that growth is completely, 100% tax-free. That is the insane power of just being consistent. And it gets even crazier. You might be thinking you need some huge salary for this to work, but you don't. By just consistently investing a pretty reasonable amount, say $800 a month starting when you're 30, you could become a multi-millionaire by retirement. That's not magic. It's just time and consistency doing the heavy lifting. The secret here is that there is no secrets. You don't have to be some stock-picking genius. You don't need to time the market. You just need the discipline to set up automatic investments every single month into broad, low-cost index funds, and then leave it alone for decades. That's really it. But of course, your ability to invest is directly tied to your income. Your income is the fuel for this whole financial engine. So the next big move is to accelerate that income. Actively managing your career is one of the most powerful financial levers you will ever pull. So how do you fuel that engine? You've got to treat your career like it's a business you're trying to grow. You negotiate every single offer and every raise. You intentionally learn new skills that are in high demand in your field. You actively build relationships and your network because, hey, the best jobs are often never even posted publicly.
The crucial question you have to ask yourself every single year is this: is my income trajectory heading in the right direction?
All right, now we're going to zoom out. These next moves are the big picture decisions. These are the ones that require real, careful thought because their consequences can last for decades, shaping your whole legacy. Buying a home can feel like this mandatory rite of passage in your 30s, but let's be real. It should be a math decision, not an emotional one. You really need the green light on a few key things: a solid 20% down payment, a stable career, and a plan to stay in that house for at least 7 years. If you don't have those green lights yet, renting isn't a failure. It's actually a really smart financial choice that lets you invest the difference.
Okay, this is the one everybody puts off. I get it. But if you have kids, a will is absolutely not optional. It is where you name who would take care of them. It's critical. And while you're at it, make sure you update the beneficiaries on all of your accounts, your 401k, your life insurance. Those names actually supersede whatever's written in your will, so it's super important.
You know the saying, what gets measured gets managed? Tracking your net worth is basically like having a scoreboard for your financial life. These milestones are fantastic targets to shoot for, but honestly, the most important thing is just seeing that number consistently move up and to the right, month after month.
This right here is probably the single biggest trap of your 30s: lifestyle inflation. Your income starts going up, but your spending goes up right along with it, so you never actually get ahead. Here's a simple rule to beat this: commit to automatically saving and investing at least half of every single raise or bonus you get. This way, you still get to enjoy some of your success, but you also dramatically accelerate your wealth building.
Okay, wow, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's put it all together into a simple, actionable scorecard. This way, you can see exactly where you stand and what you need to focus on next. So take an honest look at this list. How are you doing? And hey, don't feel overwhelmed if a lot of these boxes are unchecked. Just identify the one or two that you haven't done yet. That's it. That's your new to-do list. That is your next move. So I'll just ask you directly, looking at that scorecard, what is the single most important thing you need to focus on right now? Is it finally building that emergency fund? Is it getting your will done? Picking one thing and just starting today? That's how you actually make progress. And let's just end on this thought. Financial freedom. It isn't reserved for the highest earners. It's for the most intentional. It's for the people who decide right now in their 30s to build good habits and create systems that work for them year after year after year. And the fact that you've made it to the end of this tells me you're ready to be one of them.